guys, it's PonkyPlays. Welcome to a Watcher of Realms video. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of summoning. I mean, Ingrid would be incredible, and I really want Catgrim as well. He seems like a really powerful defender. Hopefully I can get lucky with my pools. I don't plan on doing any normal crystal summonings, but I do also want to do this nascent divine summoning just in case. I think it's been about 8 shards since my last legendary, so I'm not guaranteed anything, but you never know. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the nascent divine summoning and then go to the ancients. Let's see if I can get lucky. Okay, nice. Wait, is this Nisha? I think so. I was really sad when I didn't get him during his banner, and then I was able to put him as part of the banner during the Dracula event, but I only summoned on that banner once because then I was trying to get copies of Lady Mina and that never happened. So that's awesome. I'm really glad I got him because he is powerful. I see a lot of people using him all over the place. That's nice. And he also won the what is it, best champion of the year, so he's gonna be getting a skin here. So that's gonna be nice, being able to actually have the skin for a champion I own. He's a Watcher Esotericist. That's pretty nice too. Maybe I'll get lucky and get Ingrid. Hopefully. I might just leave it at that for my divine summonings and just save my legendary crystals for a later event. Yeah, because you can't get any more than just the one guaranteed. What is it? Guaranteed unowned one? Yeah. So let's just go ahead and jump into the ancient summonings and hope for good luck too. Let's see. Okay, wait, a lord? Could it be? Oh hey, I was hoping to get him on last week's event, so this is really awesome. That's exciting. I wish his video was more, because I did see the video that they did for, I don't know if it was like a Discord or their YouTube, when they first introduced him, and I feel like that was a pretty cool intro video. I mean, this is still pretty nice though. And I do like the fact that he is a lord and a tactician and a healer. I think he's also the first healing tactician. I mean, there's not a lot of tacticians right now either way, but still. That's really nice. He is probably the best. I mean, Northerner Lords are not bad, but they're not the most exciting lords either, I don't think. So I would consider him the best lord, and I know he's supposed to be a really good inspiration champion as well, so that's exciting. What? Seriously? I want to say maybe once I pulled 2 legendaries from a 10 pool, and this is the craziest 10 pool I've had for sure. Speechless, oh my gosh, and Ingrid is disgusting. Oh, that's really exciting. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't even know how I'm gonna like figure out. 'Cause for sure, I want to skill both of them out. I don't have any skill crystals. I might have like one. Oh, that's crazy. A Watcher Arbiter, and I know she's a Watcher Lord, and she's gonna be really nice in a lot of different places. Because right now I've got Leia, who's great, but she's a healer, so having a non-healer option as a Lord, and just having Ingrid in general is insane. What? Wait, seriously? What is this 10 pool? Okay. That is ridiculous. Wow, okay, well, that's exciting. uh, okay, that's a lot. I was not expecting that much. Achieved Fortune's favorite, Lord's favor, Legend among Legends. Lots of achievements as well, apparently. What the heck? That was insane. Let me see all these achievements. Obtain 3 legendary orange heroes from a 10-time summon. Own 100 different legendary orange heroes. Obtain 2 legendary orange lord heroes from a 10-time summon. Yeah, that was a crazy 10 times. I got 2 lords and 3 legendaries. I'm shocked. Wow, okay, let's see what that got me event-wise, I guess. Spiritual Altar. That got me a huge amount of the way, even though I only summoned, what, 32 shards, technically, total? Yeah, I'm shocked. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go through the kits of the champions I pulled. I think they were all new champions as well. So if you wanna see that, stick around. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out with Ingrid. So she costs 25, which, you know, it's a lot, but she's super strong. So skills. Her talent, when deployed, enters the solar mode, launching 4 basic attacks, turn the next basic attack into solar flare. And then the mode infused with the might of the sun, excelling in dealing with a large number. Okay, so this is her AoE damage mode. Launching 4 basic attacks, turns the next into solar flare, dealing 320% AoE damage to up to 15 enemies in a wide front area. And then Stellar Mode, launching 4 basic attack, turns the next basic attack into Star Shower, which must be the single target form. Deals 50 damage to 1 enemy within the basic attack range 12 times. So 600 damage. That's pretty nice. Her basic attack, so in Solar Mode, it's got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in front of her. It doesn't show the Stellar Mode, but I am pretty certain that it's like your normal mage. So like the 3x3 square plus the 1 in front, I believe. So Solar Mode deals 120% AoE damage 1 time to 8 enemies. And then the Stellar Mode deals 60 damage 2 times to 1 enemy. Interesting. Okay, so she can be potentially really good in like sticks where you need a lot of hits. I wonder. Her ultimate, I think all it does is the form switch. That's what it seems like. And then I'll look at her Lord skill later. So the Empyrean Tempest passive triggers Solar Flare, grants 1 stack of solar energy. which each stack increases the damage by a certain percentage, cannot be dispelled. And triggering Star Shower grants 1 stack of stellar energy. Up to 5 stacks can be accumulated, I'm assuming of each. Each stack of solar energy and stellar energy increases damage by 3%. Reaching 5 stacks of solar energy triggers solar overload, reduces attack interval by 15%, during which the ultimate cannot be used. Solar energy will be cleared when the effect duration ends, which will last for 20 seconds. And reaching 5 stacks of stellar energy triggers stellar overload, which increases attack by 20%. So this one reduces the attack interval, and this one increases the attack. Interesting. During which the ultimate cannot be used. Stellar energy will be cleared when the effect's duration ends. Casting Cosmic Shift will clear all solar energy and stellar energy. Which, okay, that's doing the ultimate. Which makes sense, because you are not using the one energy for the other form. And the damage increase from each stack goes up to 5%. So you're getting 5% increase, so up to a 25% damage increase on both. Solar Overload attack interval reduction plus 10%, so it's a 25% attack interval reduction. And then the attack increase in Stellar Overload is at 30%. That's definitely really strong. And they both last 20 seconds. So that this passive is basically the ultimate for each form, I'm assuming. Celestial Wrath passive, Solar Flare deals an extra 2 damage one time to equal to 100%, let me see, 150% of the hero's attack to the enemy. Each hit or each damage dealt by Star Shower has a 25% when booked chance of inflicting burning and a 25% chance of inflicting radiant erosion. So 25% for each. It's a 5-second burning, which I think it's the normal case, and then 10-second radiant erosion. It's a pretty decent chance, and it's each attack. Wait, it says each damage dealt by Star Shower, which that deals damage to one enemy 12 times. So almost guaranteed, I'm assuming. I mean, that's actually really good. And then her arena damage increase. I wish she was cheaper in arena, because she definitely costs a lot. But I mean, she's already dealing a lot of damage. This is just makes her extra crazy in arena, I guess. Let's look at her awakenings. Awakening 1, her Cosmic Shift is enhanced. In Stellar mode, deals 20% increased damage to targets inflicted with radiant erosion, and receives 20% less damage from targets inflicted with radiant erosion. And Stellar mode is the single target mode. So it only enhances the single target mode. Interesting. It's not bad, it's really good for bosses and stuff. Awakening 2, extra attack, and increases faction team members' attack by 5%. I wonder if that includes herself. So she gets more attack, plus more attack because of her Lord skill, which I forgot to read, so I'll read it after doing this. Awakening 3, during the Solar Overload and Stellar Overload, reduces the number of basic attacks required by the talent to trigger to 1. Wait, what? The number of basic attacks required by the talent to trigger Solar Flare and Star Shower to 1? Not by 1, to 1? So every attack will then after trigger that? Is what I'm seeing? I mean, sure, it's during the overloads, but like, that's crazy. Awakening 4, penetration plus 8%, and then Awakening 5, Solar Flare ignores 25% magic resistance. Yeah, really strong awakenings. And then for her Lord skill, increases faction team members' basic attributes by 15%. Periodically increases faction team members' damage and healing bonus by 50% for 20 seconds. The more faction allies there are on the team, the more frequently it takes effect. And then after the Lord deals direct damage to an enemy, faction team members deal 20% extra damage to that enemy within 3 seconds. This effect can affect up to 1 enemy per Lord's attack. So as long as she's hitting the same target, it's gonna gain that. But I mean, as long as you're allies are hitting the same target within those 3 seconds, they're dealing more damage, which is definitely very nice. Let's go ahead and look at Rivenhold. He costs 18, which is not bad. I wonder how much he can block, so he's only got 1 block, but he is a tactician healer, which is really nice that he's also a ground unit healer. It's not bad. And he is just a northerner. So his talent, allied heroes in basic attack range gain 15% inspiration. Very nice. And that's just a constant in attack range, which has got the like plus range, which is a really nice range to have. Basic attack applies max HP increase to allied heroes with shielding range, stacking up to max HP increase of 30%. So every time he's healing them, they gain 5% extra HP up to 30%. Removes HP bonus effect if the shield is gone and HP is not full. And then his basic attack grants attack-based healing to all allied heroes in range. The healing multiplier goes up by 20%. It doesn't say what the base is, but interesting. I don't, unfortunately, own Airless. This is making me want her even more, though, because this is really nice. During the ultimate, increases inspiration by 5%, and successfully healing allies applies increased healing received to them. Yeah, that's a really nice pairing skill to have. His ultimate, it costs 800. Upon activation, can choose to move to a deployed, so your normal tactician. After successful activation, deals 200 AoE damage, 1 time to 5 enemy targets in basic attack range, and inflicts freeze. It's a 2-second freeze, not bad, so he can control them. While the skill is active, inspiration applied by the talent increases to 25%, which goes up to 35%, and the attack interval is reduced by 25%. And it lasts for 20 seconds when fully skilled out. That's a really good inspiration bump as well. And then 800 cost is not too bad, and he can almost start with it. His first passive, Frozen Crown, when the ultimate is triggered, grants all allied heroes in range a shield equal to 100% of the caster's attack for 15 seconds, which goes up to 20 seconds. So, I mean, he's already going to have really high attack because he's an inspiration champion. So that could be a really big shield as well. And then second passive, Brothers in Arms. For every 3 allied heroes in basic attack range, reduces damage to the caster by 5%, counting up to 3 heroes. So a 15% less damage taken. That's also pretty good. And then his Lord skill increases basic attributes of faction team members by 15%. Periodically grants all faction team members a shield equal to 30% of their max HP, and other allies a shield equal to 15% of their max HP for 20 seconds. The more faction team members there are on the team, the more frequently it takes effect. Faction team members gain 1 stack of Northern Resolve. When dealing damage, deals extra damage equal to 2% of the hero's HP. Cannot be dispelled. For every adjacent ally hero that gains a shield, lasting for 10 seconds and stacking up to 5 times. That kind of sounds nasty, so it stacks 5 times. So as long as you've got a lot of heroes around, he's doing shields with his, whenever he casts his ultimate with his passive. So then all your allies around are going to be dealing 10% extra damage, or damage equal to 10% of their max HP basically. And that lasts for 10 seconds. That seems pretty good, especially if you've got like HP damage dealers, which I feel like the Northerners do have a few HP damage dealers. It's pretty nice. Okay, and then for Awakenings, Awakening 1, he increases the shield multiplier of Frozen Crown by 60%. So 160% shield, or equal to 160% of his attack. That seems pretty nice. Awakening 2, extra attack, which is great, and increases faction team members' shield received by 10%. Awakening 3, for every one allied hero in attack range, increases the hero's rage regen by 15%, stacking up to 75%. That's also really good. Especially because he's giving more inspiration during his ultimate, so the faster he can get to it, the better. Awakening 4, extra HP, which is not bad. Awakening 5, when the shield granted by Frozen Crown is broken, the shield bearer gains attack-based healing of 50% healing multiplier that restores HP per second for 10 seconds. That's really good as well. Yeah, he's got great awakenings too. I like him. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out Neisha's kit. So, let me see really quickly. He costs 18. He's a fighter and he can block 2. He's got like that square around him, which is interesting. So, his talent uses 3 weapons: Fire-Tipped Spear, Universe Ring, and Yin-Yang Blade. The Fire-Tipped Spear deals 100 damage to one target and has a 20% chance to trigger 2 consecutive hits. During the ultimate, the chance to trigger a 2-hit combo increases to 50%. Doesn't sound bad. Universe Ring deals 80% damage to one target and bounces 2 times. I wonder if it bounces to different targets or to the same target. And then the Yin Yang Blade deals 200 single target damage to up to 5 enemy targets. If there's only one target, deals an extra 200 damage. Each time he alternates weapons to attack, he gains 10% damage increase for 10 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. During the ultimate, basic attack has a 35% chance to use Yin Yang Blade. During the ultimate, the talent's damage increase effect is doubled. So instead of 30% extra damage, it can be up to 60% extra damage. That's really nice. So his basic attack, when there is only one enemy within the attack range, uses Fire-Tipped Spear. Otherwise uses Universe Ring. All attacks can target airborne units. Interesting. Okay, so the Fire-Tipped Spear is the single target, Universe Ring is more of an AoE, and then the Yin Yang Blade seems to be a ultimate weapon. And then during the basic, Fire-Tipped Spear can actually have 10% more damage, so it's 110% damage. And then the Universe Ring can deal 90% damage to a target and bounce 2 times. Okay. Oh, that's right. He does have a partner skill with Erlang Shan, which I also don't have. During the ultimate, becomes immune to all debuffs and basic attack restores 5% max HP. That's a really nice pairing as well. And then the ultimate, it costs 800. He is an Esotericist though, so that can go down. When activated, increases attack by 60% and expands attack range to create Wind, Fire, Whirl, which he's got that like marksman range. Wind, Fire, Whirl continuously inflicts burning on enemies in range. Every 6 seconds, use Armillary Sash to inflict stun on up to 10 enemy targets in range for 2 seconds. So, continuously inflicting burning, that's great. So it turns more AoE, I guess. Lasting for 30 seconds when skilled out. When the ultimate ends, deals up to 300% AoE damage to up to 10 enemy targets in range based on the number of weapon switches performed during the ultimate. Interesting, okay. Okay, so his first passive, Unlimited Arsenal, when switching between different weapons to attack, increases the damage multiplier of the basic attack by 50%, by 90%, and triggers arms enhancement. Fire-Tipped Spear ignores 50% of the enemy's defense. Universe Ring bounces 1 extra time and can hit the same target multiple times. And the Yin Yang Blade executes common monsters with HP below 30%. So I'm guessing it's the first attack after he switches weapon does this? At least that's what it reads. The second passive, Godslayer Wrath. When the hero kills an enemy, reduces attack interval by 5%, it seems, for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times, so that'll be a 25% reduction in attack interval. During the ultimate, each kill extends the ultimate's duration by 2 seconds up to 10 seconds. So it can last up to 40 seconds. That's really good. Interesting. I also do have his exclusive. That's awesome. I can actually get it to +2. Okay, so increases damage by 20%. Each time attacking with alternating weapons increases attack by 5%, stacking up to 3 times, lasting for 10 seconds. So a 15% attack increase, plus the damage increase in general. That's really nice. And then Awakenings. Awakening 1, the Enhanced Universe Ring inflicts slow on enemies, and it's the big version, 75%, for 3 seconds. That's pretty good though. Awakening 2, extra attack, which is great. Awakening 3, during the ultimate, every 4 attacks by the hero deals an extra 200 true damage to up to 8 enemies within the ultimate range and inflicts a mark that lasts for 10 seconds on them. While the mark is active, direct damage dealt by the hero inflicts an extra 10% true damage. Each enemy can only be marked 1 time per battle, and it only lasts 10 seconds, but that's still really strong. Let's see, Awakening 4, Penetration, and Awakening 5, upon death, triggers Lotus Rebirth. This effect can only be triggered 1 time per battle. Revives after 8 seconds. During this period, enemies that enter within 2 tiles of the Lotus for the first time are knocked back and inflicted with burning for 5 seconds and slowed by 75%. This effect can trigger up to 1 time per battle. That's right. Yeah, that's some really good awakenings. I feel like especially 3 and 4 or 3 and 5 are super strong. And then last one, we've got Laken. He cost 18. He's a tactician, a supreme arbiter, and a nightmare council. Let's see his skills. You've got talent, triggers lethal judgment every 12 seconds, deals 300% AoE physical damage 1 time to up to 8 enemies, and inflicts 2 stack of radiant erosions for 10 seconds. And that's every 12 seconds he's triggering that. That's nice. Each basic attack reduces the cooldown by 1 second. So actually that can happen a lot more frequently. Lethal Judgment deals 30% less damage to airborne units, but that means he can attack airborne units. And it executes enemies with HP below 15%. This effect doesn't apply to elites and bosses. It never does, which is fine. That's really good. So I bet he wants to prioritize attack speed just because of this. Interesting. Okay. His basic attack, he's got like a 3x3 square but in front of him. Deals 120 AoE damage to the target and up to 5 enemies around the target. Damage to airborne units is reduced by 30%. So he's an AoE damage dealer, okay. His ultimate, Primordial Thunder, can choose and move right, like a tactician. Can also move to a ground tile. So does that mean that he can be on a platform occupied by an ally hero to force their retreat? Oh, never mind. So he's probably just a ground unit, but he can force an ally hero to retreat. That's interesting. The first movement in each battle reduces that ally's redeployment time by 75%, and the next deployment cost by 50%. That's kind of cool. That, I bet, works really, really well with all of those champions that want to be redeployed. Within 25 seconds after casting the ultimate, increases attack by 20%, and each basic attack reduces lethal judgment's cooldown by an additional 1 second, so that's going to happen a lot more frequently. and Lethal Judgment can be triggered 1 extra time when triggered. That sounds pretty gross as well. Lethal Judgment cooldown reduction per basic attack +1. So actually reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds. I feel like that's gonna trigger like super frequently. So the ultimate can last up to 30 seconds, and then the attack increase actually goes up to 25%. Costs 800, which is not bad either. And he almost starts with it as well. So he's actually a tactician that I would probably consider moving around more than a lot of the others. Because I mean, it's still nice to have the option to move them around, but a lot of them I feel like where I place them is where I want them. But this guy pairs just super well with all those champions that want to be redeployed. Definitely gotta test him out with them. His first passive, Wrath of the Earth. Each time Lethal Judgment kills an enemy, restores additional rage by 20%, or by 20. And the next Lethal Judgment after a kill has increased damage range. Interesting. And then second passive, Storm Shroud. When allied heroes enter or leave the range within 2 tiles of the caster, reduces the cooldown of Lethal Judgment by 3 seconds. Which actually is by 5 seconds, and temporarily increases the caster and the allies' damage by 25% for 15 seconds, I guess. Because leaving obviously is not going to increase their attack, but like, it's nice that it's also when they enter. Yeah, he seems like he could have really fun play with the whole, you know, recalling and recasting your champions. I like that. And then in Arena, he's got extra damage. And then for Awakenings, you've got Awakening 1. For battle, the ultimate can trigger the ally deployment time and cost reduction 1 additional time. When triggered, additionally reduces redeployment time by 75% and next deployment cost by 25%. That's pretty nice. Awakening 2, extra attack. Awakening 3, when Storm Shroud triggers, increases the duration by 5 seconds. So then it'll be 20 seconds, not 15. And this doesn't have a cooldown. So anytime anybody's entering or leaving the attack range, it's just continuously keeping that extra damage up, which is nice. Penetration plus 8%, and then Awakening 5 increases Lethal Judgment's damage multiplier by 120% and Execution Threshold by 5%. So it'll be 420% AoE physical damage. And then I believe the Execution was a 15% HP, so it'll be 20% HP. Yeah, that's really nice. Well, there you guys go. That was a crazy shard pool, and all of the champions I got are really good champions from what I can tell. Well, that was a very crazy and exciting video for me, but I'll leave you guys at that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until the next video, guys, take care.